No, it's not. Is it on TCM or octans?
Nah, back deck. Tether is all out.
Roger.
That's much better. I don't have oh, there it is. I'm at full lateral and it's not in between the A-frame yet. There we go. Lock-in auto heading is on. Ready for Atalanta lights.
Nav, back deck. Atalanta's in the water.
Okay.
Roger.
A good idea to do. I'll zero tether wraps. Where's the 6-8 button?
Did that come over the radio?
I don't think that radio was on.
It was on. It's just not working. Is your radio turned down a little on that? So I'll say it after I get the winch control. Yeah, so if I do it here, it's not going to feedback. Or I can come over there and do it if you're too embarrassed to do
How about you hand it to me? I'll do Hercules' dive, dive, dive.
Okay, yeah. Usually the pilot does it, but
Should I do it right now? Or?
No, we'll wait till he says you have control. And then you say, roger that, we have control.
Hercules is dive, dive, dive.
Yeah. We can switch it up a little, but still follow tradition. We're going to start a petition to get Lynette to say. I'm going to bump that box out a little bit. Big air bubble.
Yep.
Should dive a little faster now. Oh, that was a squid. Scared the heck.
Nav deck, all stop at 50 meters. Control being sent.
Roger, all stop, 50 meters.
Say it, say it.
Say what?
Hercules is dive, dive, dive.
Hercules is dive, dive, dive. Okay, Dan, let's go down.
Going down.
Hey, Danny and Dan, just wanted to confirm that the CTD is turned on.
Ooh, I think it is. I don't know.
Science.
Right. Yep, CTD is on.
Thank you.
It is now. Sorry, it was not on. Yeah, we're good. I think. Are you good, Danny?
Yep, I'm good. I'm ready to head down. Got a 16-meter delta, so I'm going to let you catch up.
Good. Little deltas. Delta's good here.
Okay. Going full down.
Ready for dive salvo?
Go ahead.
Dive salvo. Yeah. So we want to see.
So do you leave auto heading on during dive, or you just do forward?
I do. I click it on and off all the time. If I see one vert or one horizontal trying a lot harder than the other one. What speed are you making?
And now I'm at 24.5,
25, all set.
26, and climbing.
I'm going to set this for 25 here out of the gate.
Okay, and I'll drop mine down a little bit just to stay in the same realm.
What was our official off deck? Uh, 420 in local time. Whenever possible, log 420.
We are heavy.
Yes, you are.
I'm doing 74% down, and I'm still above 30. Yep. Slowing down now.
Yeah, you got a giant chicken bucket in your face.
Brought to you by KFC. Not really.
ONC, close enough.
There we go. 26 meters a minute.
You're way ahead of me. I'll speed up.
Slowing down just a little bit. I dropped down my speed. Now I'm really slowing down.
Probably because you're 34 meters below me.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up to ludicrous speed for a minute.
There we go. Atalanta was holding my tail.
Yeah, you should either yell at me or keep it in both cameras or both, or sonars, because you can't get wrapped around the axle. You get too far down, you get under Atalanta, then I come down on top of you. You can ask Annette to take the vessel off centering and put you on the nav screen.
Our target depth for this dive is
871.
871. Okay.
Lynette, can you take the nav screen off of auto center and put
Yeah.
Hercules on there, please?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I got some interesting news fresh off the press. Today is Steph's birthday.
Happy birthday, Steph.
What?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Steph.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday, Steph.
How old are you, Steph?
Do I have to share that?
No.
Yeah, I was
No,
going
it's
to
I
ask
mean,
that.
I think you do, but
I am 34 years old today.
Woohoo!
wow.
Good year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
You want me to slow down a little bit?
What are you making there?
35.
So many birthdays on this cruise.
So many cakes.
I know. Did you plan it that way?
I'm going to slow
No.
down a little bit.
What we say our depth was? Sorry.
871.
871.
If we're all feeling happy, can we start our morning with a round of introductions? Alrighty, why don't we start with the birthday girl? And in fact, you have a message in the chat that says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you to the chat.
Yeah, you don't
Hi,
need to be doing 100%. 35 is a
Steph.
good number.
I'm
Golub.
down
I'm
28.
Yeah, that's better.
data steward at ONC, and I'm going to be doing all of the data logging today, capturing everything that we do. Trying to, anyway.
With help from shore.
Yes, yes. We have Uli and Sarvi on shore too, so
Good
shout
morning,
out to them.
Uli and Sarvi. All right, I'm AJ Barron. I'm Field Services Manager at Ocean Networks Canada, and I'm the dive lead on this shift.
Lovely. I'm Monica Peltz, K-12 Education Coordinator with Ocean Networks Canada, currently in the Science Communication Fellow seat. Over to you, Nav.
Hey, I'm Lynette in the nav seat.
Danny,
Nope.
would you like to introduce yourself?
I will definitely do that. Sorry, I was focusing on
That's all right.
driving. This is Danny Henshaw. I'm ROV Hercules pilot.
I'm Dan in the Atlanta seat.
And Ashley?
This is Ashley Siana. I'm in the video seat controlling the camera on the ROV.
Wonderful. And we got one more with us.
And this is Jake Bonney, also ROV pilot, sitting in the back row.
What are you doing back there, Jake?
I don't know, what am I doing back there?
Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for introducing. AJ, we're about to take this bubble sonar
Dan,
down
you want to bring on the other two cameras?
down to the bottom of the hydrates, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. I noticed you called it a bubble sonar.
Is that not what it's called?
That's not what we call it.
No, that is true. I was using my best behavior. We do refer to this as the chicken bucket.
The chicken bucket.
The chicken bucket. But no, the official, on paper, this is the bubble sonar.
A rotary multi-beam sonar that is able to look for bubbles that pop out of the seafloor.
You remind me of someone trying to write a 1,000-word essay with nothing to say.
Yeah, just adding words.
Yeah, just adding words.
Yeah, the bubble sonar looks for bubbles. It is a sonar. Yeah, we also have a CTD swap. Classic ONC objective. Ooh, that's cool.
Dinner plate jelly.
Okay, Dan, you want to slow down a little bit? I'm locked in at 29.9.
I also think we're missing a beautiful sunrise out there. Well, maybe not yet, but it will be. Mark my words.
I've got an outdoor feed. I'll signal when it comes up.
All right. Looks like it's sort of starting there. Can you pan that camera around to the east?
I cannot. Video?
I will in just a sec.
Oh,
You can actually see the mountains as well. Mike was asking what mountains they were, to which I said, I don't know.
We can see land from here?
Yeah, I mean, I think if visibility is really good and because the sun's behind the mountains, you can see the silhouettes.
Oh, wow.
And it's probably it's going to be Strathcona Park, Vancouver Island Range. I don't know what that range is technically called.
I don't know, but it's beautiful.
The Sutton Range of the Vancouver Island Ranges. So I guess there's multiple ranges.
Okay, sounds good.
just as we're descending, there's some folks wondering about updates to Hercules this year. Now, I do know there's a fancy new arm, but Dan and Danny, anything else that we want to talk about?
Well, we got 2 new cameras.
Ooh, new cameras.
We have some high definition, what we call the wide field camera array. We have, that's a lower camera and a kind of an overview camera that's hanging off the top bow bar. Dan could fill you in about more information on those. Those are his babies.
I inherited them. The wide field camera array was made by Sexton Underwater in Salem, Oregon. And we have modified it a little with some of our custom electronics that we're also using this year in the Hercules main bottle and in the network bottle. And we also modified the bottle that was made by Sexton for the, we call it a network bottle, but it has its own fiber optic in it now. So it has 10 gigabit Ethernet capability directly up one of the fibers. So that fiber goes out of Hercules through the tether, through Atalanta, up the 6/8 umbilical, through the winch, and same path that the Hercules telemetry follows then.
How many fibers are there in that cable?
There's 3 fibers in the tether, so we're using 2 of them now. We still have a spare for science, or a spare. And then there's 4 fibers in the 6/8 umbilical, and we're using 3 of those now. So 1 for Atalanta, 1 for Hercules, and 1 just for the wide field camera array.
Oh, that's neat that it's got its own, it's got the same amount of bandwidth as all the rest of Hercules.
Yeah, it actually has more Hercules. Well, the fiber, you know, could pass a lot of data. I don't know, it's some insane number. But the Ethernet in Hercules is still at this time it's gigabit Ethernet, and which is an upgrade from its original, 100 base T. But the 10 gig Ethernet for the camera array is, that's booming. And that goes right to an industrial Cisco switch in the rack here and into the data engineering network. So there's a custom computer in the rack room that's talking to it's getting the camera streams, and it's also downloading the when we do the photogrammetry, or when you turn on the intervalometer or intervalometer, or what I call time-lapse in layman's terms. All those photos are downloaded into that machine, and it's got a couple, I don't know, 5 terabyte drives or 8 terabyte drives or some crazy data engineering number. But those pictures are taken and saved in the camera, and then they're downloaded as they are taken. And eventually we hope to have some capability to record 6K video there. The cameras can actually do, I think the cinema camera can do 8K, I may be mistaken. There are Z-cams in there with Z-cam E6 or F6, I always get that.
E6.
E6. And then we have one on the bench in there that's was originally in the lower camera, and it's E6 Pro. It has some capabilities to record, and I'm getting over my head here.
AJ, I don't know if you can see it, but
no, not really. No, we can't really do that because we're using all of our jam to descend. Yeah, but what Danny can do is toggle his auto heading as he swings around there. So it's not, you see there where one thruster's working hard and the other one's working in reverse.
Yeah.
So that'll cause you to, that'll cause wonky things to happen. Yeah, we're pretty excited to have the new camera system working, and it's just in its infancy. The software to make all that magic happen in the back row back there is done by several of our data engineers, but Rachel is put a lot of time in behind the scenes to make it work. So one of the things I've learned working with Nautilus is what's different from other organizations. I can't just put a camera on the ROV because for me as a pilot, all I want to do is put a camera on the ROV I can look through and see here on the monitors. But there's a lot more to it than that. The capability to take pictures and video obviously happens after that. So what do we do with that pictures and video? And who wants it? Who's going to get it? And everybody wants it, so how do they get it? So we have to, you can't just take a picture, otherwise it winds up like my cell phone. I got thousands of pictures on there and they're all disorganized and there's no file system. And if I try to look for a picture I took last year, I can't find it. So every time that picture is taken, that has a whole bunch of metadata that has to be associated with that. There has to be, logs of where it was taken. It's kind of like taking a science sample. And that has to all go through our system and come out the other end as a deliverable product. So there's a huge amount of work to make that happen. And then we also use those pictures and videos for outreach, for video production. They wind up on YouTube. They wind up in papers, so they have to be legit. All that probably took more work than, definitely took more work than just bolting a couple cameras on the ROV.
Thanks, Dan.
I can talk about cameras all night long if you want.
Well, it is dawn, so...
we're not that deep. We're almost there.
Yeah. And
shout out to Jonathan, if he's listening, for getting the grant to make them happen in the first place. It's been a long road to get them on the vehicle and get them into the system where I can push a button up here and display them. And you can push a button back there and record data, and someone hands you a hard drive with pictures on it. Some of the models that are on, I think they're on Sketchfab and maybe on our website, were just absolutely amazing that we got last year with the camera system. And some of the immersive video, I think we've been actually accepted to as possibly getting into an IMAX theater with some of the video we took.
Cool.
Which is really painful, by the way, from a piloting aspect.
Well, moving away from the cameras, several upgrades we did this year, we got new valve packs, which control all the hydraulic functions of the vehicle. We have a new arm that is hydraulically controlled with the new valve packs, which gives us a lot more capability and robustness. We have also done a lot more robustness upgrades. We've added more hydraulic comps, which is what we use to hold the oil that keeps Hercules alive.
Yeah, that's often overlooked. That was a huge upgrade.
We have relocated those comps to be easy on deck so we can get quick turnaround and make sure that the system is stable.
Speaking of turnaround, a thank you to the ROV team who did a lightning fast thruster swap on deck just now to make sure that there was minimal impact to our science schedule. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
Pit stops are our specialty. Unplanned maintenance is always a wrench in the schedule.
Okay, we have 6 minutes to bottom.
And Lynette, the first place we're going to go visit is the old chicken bucket, which is 63 meters south of the IP.
I'm getting a little ahead of
Roger.
you there, Danny. You want me to slow down?
Yeah, just a hair.
Roger.
I'm locked in at about 30 meters a minute, and you're speeding up at about 31, 32.
We're at 700, so
Coming up pretty quick.
I'm going to go manual here pretty quick. Should start, so the first thing you're looking for is Doppler
Bridge
beams.
nav.
I've been watching for beams.
Can we have 50 meters 160, please? Thank you.
We don't have any targets on our nav screen. Ah, we do. Which one are we headed for? Roger.
So we're backing down the wire.
You zoom out just a bit so I can see, keep an eye on. Yeah, thank you.
Atlanta and Herc are looking good. Okay, we're bouncing off the beams. We're starting to get beams.
Yeah. So usually as we start getting beams, or usually when we went within about 100 meters there, I'll go manual, and I'll ask you to go manual too.
Yep, going manual.
We're probably going to stop here pretty quick and let Lynette drag us around, and then we'll fly under Atlanta and come to the south.
Okay.
I'm going to slow down so you can get a little bit more delta. You could probably full vertical down if you want now, Danny.
Okay, we'll spin it around a little bit.
Nope, not yet. Just full vertical down. You're getting drugged, so Lynette's moving the vessel south.
Yeah.
And I'm still going down at 20 some meters a minute. So all you can really do now is pivot down on the wire. You get a little get yourself under Atalanta a little bit. But you probably couldn't turn around if you tried right now.
Well, I am turning a little bit to keep it.
Yeah, don't even try. We'll
Just
stay.
let it spin.
Yeah, we'll stay tail to tail. You just get more of a delta. You get yourself in trouble trying to turn around while you're getting drugged. You got to get some slack in the tether.
You have 4 beams. I have an altitude of 63 meters.
Roger, 60 meters.
Should we hold at 50 meters before the
I'll
swing?
stop Atalanta at 50 meters. That'll give you plenty of room under the keel. Typically now, about now in the last 100 meters, I'd be looking at the sonar all the time too, because
make sure we don't have a mountain coming up under us.
A lot of times we do, so I'll stop extra high and get Hercules on the uphill side of Atalanta for obvious reasons.
Yep. Sonars look clear.
And we can also get into trouble here where we got a lot of dynamics happening. So we got the vessel moving, we're still moving, coming down on the winch, and we have altitude. So K2 and I almost ran ourselves into the wall doing this. It snuck up on us because we have the layback from Atalanta. And then we were coming down and we're moving the vessel, so I'm on the wrong side. And then you stop the vessel and the pendulum, that is Atalanta, swings in, and there was a giant wall there. And we're like, oh, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, looks like we're starting to pick up something on
Yeah, we are.
sonar.
Yeah. As long as it's not in front of me. So I'm going to click in my auto heading now.
Okay.
Atalanta auto heading is engaged.
Can I move you another 35 meters southish? Or you want to wait for this to swing in?
Let's stop there and let Atalanta swing in.
Roger.
And let Hercules get out in front there. We'll get all our ducks lined up, and then we can make the final 30-meter move in.
Roger.
Atalanta's got another 40 meters to swing, something like that.
Okay, I'm going to turn on auto heading and keep tail to tail.
Yeah, I don't know if you could get around now if you tried. Probably not. Your distance is, I can't tell what your distance from Atalanta is there. Half a ship length?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have enough slack to turn around yet.
I'm backing up.
Yeah, you're just getting a little blip of you there, 40 meters away, so you might have to wait till Atalanta swings in.
Okay. So just hold position.
Just maintain the delta, you'll get Atalanta will tow you. I can't, if Lynette zooms in to where there are 10-meter boxes, then I can tell. I can't tell from here. Yeah, so I use the, thank you Lynette, I use the 10-meter boxes all the time, so now you're 10, 20 something. You might have enough slack to come around.
Okay.
You want to bring your delta down to about 20 though before you do that, just so you don't turn around in your tether.
Okay, bringing my delta down. Okay, delta's at 20.
Roger.
Now I'm gonna spin around.
Yeah, if you spin to your left, I'll bring Atalanta to the right a little.
You want me to spin to my left?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way that it came from.
Is it gonna do it? Nope. Maybe, maybe. No, see the Atalanta thrust biting really hard. I don't know if you have quite enough slack.
Let me get it closer.
The other technique is to just hold your heading away from Atalanta and thrust full thrust down, and you'll pendulum down on the tether, and then you can come up a little and turn.
Jake was telling me the other day to back down towards Atalanta.
Yeah, so look away, full thrust down. And then give her a little reverse. Hold your heading. Or click it, auto heading it. Yeah, give a little reverse and full thrust down. Watch your nav screen when you get closer. Now you can stop thrusting down and keep coming back a bit. Now you should have enough to spin her around. Take auto heading off and spin counterclock.
Okay. Do I want to line up with Atalanta? Or?
Lynette can give you a range and bearing.
Okay, where am I headed, Lynette? Perfect, so it looks like I'm in the right.
Yeah, you head south and I'll bring my heading south and you get out in front of us, out in front of Atalanta.
You ready for another ship move that direction?
No,
Okay.
not until Hercules is on the right side of Atalanta.
Okay.
Okay, thrusting forward.
You'll have to come up a bit, Danny. Come up 5 meters. Now, if you move now, well, you drag us back, we'd be stuck tail to tail again, right?
I think you could get there before Atalanta feels it.
What's that?
I think you could get there before Atalanta feels it.
Okay, I came up 5 meters.
Not in this shallow water. We'd feel it almost right away. Right now I can't bring Atalanta around to the south, so I'm not sure what's going on.
We have a 23-meter delta.
Yep, hold that depth and fly south.
Flying south.
Too many dynamics. I get all nervous when too much stuff's happening.
Steph, can we get confirmation from systems that power is off
Okay, hold
to
that.
the rotary
Danny.
sonar J7 on JB7?
We already have it.
Okay, they've
Yep.
confirmed?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to come down. Hold that depth there, or altitude, either one. You can do your double tap altitude thing. I can't come around for some reason. I don't know what's going on here.
I can see the tether in your...
Yeah. I'll try coming around the other way. It would help if I enabled my thrusters. Yeah, that works a lot better.
Ah, that was the problem. Atalanta pilot, been in the hook seat too long.
Air gap attenuation. Lots of buttons up here. Okay, that's what we wanted to see. All right, you can come down a bit more.
Okay, coming down. Dan,
What's that?
on this screen it says the TCM2 is selected. Is that just a lag in the software?
I don't know. Go ahead and click.
Coming down.
Come down. What other jewelry's down here, AJ? Anything we have to worry about?
No, there's nothing tall. I mean, there's another sonar. Everything's kind of chicken bucket sized.
Roger.
We used to have Wally's tether down here to worry about, but
Yeah, I've
Wally
been
is
wrapped
not.
around that a few times.
Wally's in for repair.
Roger.
So we're going here?
Yep.
Okay. $10 meters off bottom.
Are you coming down?
Yeah, we'll come on down to acquire seabed here and do our bottom
in
stuff.
sight.
Roger. Are you heavy? How heavy are you?
I'm not that heavy. It's
Let go of it. Do you float?
no, I do not.
Okay. Come back up to 10 meters.
Well, actually, it seems like I'm pretty even. Give it a little bit either way and it goes.
Yeah, and you got control of it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe 6 to 8 meters, somewhere in there.
Okay, auto depth, auto altitude.
Roger. Have we done the DVL reset thing?
Not yet. You ready?
Go ahead.
What's that first number there? It's a 5, right?
On the res, it's a 5. Everything else has 3s.
5, 6. What's motor? 8? No. 7.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 6, 6,
3,
6.
6. No, motor is 8.
8.
What it looks like. Oh, no, wait.
No, that's 7.
That's 7. That's 7.
Toaster's holding. I'm gonna call that 6.
Yep.
Our toaster's good. That's our nickname for the thruster comp. We finally have separated the thruster comp from the main electrical comp. Okay, any sonar targets? In theory, you should have a sonar target 30 meters dead ahead. Maybe come down a little, see if you can pick it up.
I don't think it's that tall.
Yeah, but
there's going to be a lot of slope as well. It's probably sloping away.
Sloping downhill. Our Sea King
so.
should pick it up. Atlanta should pick it up. There are 3 sonars, one of them should get it.
Are you ready for a ship move?
If I could find a target. You ready, Danny?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a sonar target before I go flying off into the ether. Come down.
I'm coming down.
I mean, there's a cable right below you that we can follow.
I'm going to switch over to the...
switch over to dive salvo. Much better.
That cable goes off to the bucket.
Takes us to the bucket.
Roger.
I mean,
line up on the
hopefully.
cable.
There's one of 2 cables, but I trust Lynette's got us right where we need to be.
Okay. I'm ready if Danny's ready.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Bridge nav.
Keep it out of the mud.
1384.
Come up a little, Danny.
30
4 or 5
meters south, please. Thank you.
I'm going to... Why don't you let me take it?
You want it?
Yeah, I do.
Good morning to everybody who's just joining us. We are looking at the bottom of Barkley Canyon, where we're going to be dropping off this bubble sonar we affectionately know as the chicken bucket. And some folks have been wondering about data from our last dive where we lost our ability to stream. And all of the data, including that video data, is available on the Ocean Networks Canada CTube. So you can go and you can check out all of that data. So it is archived, and not only is it archived, it's available to anybody who wants it via that website. It may take us a little bit of time to process this and put it up, but usually it's a pretty quick turnover.
I think it's right away nowadays.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's essentially live into CTube.
Excellent. I showed my age. Sorry, been with ONC too long.
There used to be a time delay, but I was checking dives that were ongoing, and I could go back 10 minutes. It's pretty great.
Fantastic. So that's where viewers can find any I don't want to call them missing dives, any dives that didn't project as well as we wanted them to, or stream. Also got some questions about how come there's different folks in different seats in the van, and the best answer is because we all do a lot of jobs, and so people move around and occupy different seats and work on different skills, so it really depends on what we need to get done.
I think for one dive we should just play musical chairs.
Oh,
I call run around.
I call dibs on
you
one
can't.
in the
That's
front.
the whole point of musical chairs. You gotta run.
I see.
To get there. Maybe our next Endeavour field dive.
No thanks.
What could go wrong?
Dan, what do you want your delta to be?
We might want to make sure Dr. Martin Shervath is awake, because I think
I'll tell you when to come up or down.
We're not too far out on the swap.
Okay.
I'm kind of hanging on the
sure,
wire a little bit there.
Yeah.
Nervous
Give him a
about
call.
stuffing it in the mud.
Atlanta's swinging around.
Yeah. I'm pulling on you. You can come down a few meters. Come down 5.
Coming down 5.
Yeah, we'll
Stop
need
to
systems
5
as
meters.
well, for sure.
Could be a chicken bucket. I don't know what the...
Is that it, AJ?
That's it.
Oh,
Looks like the...
sonar. Can you set that sonar to high? That's not you, Danny. Trevor's got the sonar all wonky where it...
What's that stick?
That is the sonar bell.
Oh. Oh, are we going to get to T-boss it?
You want it?
I don't think so. We don't have the T-boss with us.
Rats.
Yeah, thank you. Trevor thinks if he puts it in the faster scan rate, and it makes it so the sonar doesn't pick stuff up, like the chicken bucket and the...
All right, front row, I do think we want to be on the other side of the old sonar.
Roger.
And we'll place the new sonar down right next to it, maybe on the other side of the orange cable from it. And then we'll just do an unplug plug.
Come up 5 meters, Danny.
Coming up 5 meters.
30 meters south, I think, Lynette.
You want another 30 meters?
Yeah, he wants to be on the other side of it.
Okay.
Bridge, nav. Can we have another 30 meters south, please? Thank you.
So we get one chance at coming into land, AJ, because we're heavy.
Yeah.
So I'm already stirring it up from...
Yeah, I see.
3 meters up.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to land it on the south side looking north?
I kind of want to land it directly next to it. I was thinking
Roger.
east, but that might make it harder to do the plug and unplug with the craft. So maybe we land it on the west side.
Roger.
I think we want to be the same distance from the sonar bell.
It's going to take us a while here. We're going to move Atalanta on the other side of us. Or above it. Whatever comes first. Shouldn't take that long though. The shallow water, not only the heave, but the vessel moves are telegraphed rapidly through Atalanta to Herc. Well, that's happening.
And AJ, this location was chosen for the chicken bucket because of bubbling?
Yeah, I think there are bubbles here. I'm not really the expert on the subject, but yeah, I think there's hydrate mounds around, and these hydrates and hydrate seeps, and yeah, the hydrates themselves turn gaseous and bubble out of the seafloor, and that's what these sonars are able to see.
Thank you.
Oh, I missed. Seven.
Excellent, thank you, Patrick.
Look straight down, Atlanta cam as we're going over. Try and keep her good view while we... Or not.
I cannot see.
Oh, yeah. See, which way do we need to spin, Danny? I got +5 tether wraps, so if we both spin counterclockwise.
You want me to spin counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Nope.
And AJ, will we recover the old sonar?
Yep, we're gonna bring it up on the porch, the same way we brought this one down.
Cool. And is this just regular maintenance, or did the other one decide to stop sending data?
I think the other one is down, yeah.
Okay.
I don't care about 6/8, just tether wraps.
I think it was sending data. It just wasn't showing anything. Like usually we'd expect to see not only bubbles, but also the seafloor, like where multi-beam bounces off the seafloor, you get reflections. And this wasn't seeing a thing, even though, I mean, it appeared to be functioning. So hopefully we can remedy that by replacing it and then solve the problem in the shop.
Can you see Herc now?
Yep, Herc's right there.
Very good.
Where?
Right there.
Roger. Okay, I think all of our ducks are on the right side, quacking in a row here. I'm to the west of the bucket. You can see it there in our down-looking camera.
Yeah, where's the sonar bell?
Should be off to the right. Because it was off to our left when we came in, right? No, it was off to...
No, it'll be off to our left.
Said you want to be on the west side, right?
Yeah, we might end up being on the south side just to keep equidistant from the sonar bell.
I'm south of it,
Yep.
looking north right now. And
Yeah,
can see
that's
it right below
perfect.
me.
Yeah, so if you come south.
South.
And maybe face west, and then that way we can access the plug on both.
Lynette, when we get a little closer, can we grab a position for the old sonar, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
see the sonar bell now.
We'll see it when we're closer.
Oh,
It's
I can
5
come
meters
down.
away.
It's right below me.
I see it on the upper cam. Oh, not anymore, but it's not below you. You're okay, there it is.
Yeah, right off to the left.
Yeah, so if you face the sonar bell and then land south of the old one, then they'll be equidistant from the sonar bell and you should be able to reach the connector for both the old and the new, which are
Okay, you want to land between the
all the
sonar and
goals.
the current chicken bucket?
No, south of the equidistant from the sonar, the same distance from the sonar bell as the old one, just on the south side of it.
Oh, basically right here.
Yeah.
Straight down?
Straight down.
Yeah, okay, here we go, coming down.
It might help if you're rotated to look at the sonar bell, because then you can reach, you don't have to reach around the new chicken bucket, if you know what I mean. Just to prevent us from having to get up again.
I'm not sure how the sonar bell plays into this.
The sonar bell, we don't have to touch sonar bell, we just want to be the same distance away from it.
I see. You want, we're going to unplug the
We're
old
going
one.
to unplug the old one and plug it in the new one.
Roger.
So I'm trying to keep the old ones in arm reach, the old one in arm's reach.
Okay, I'm stirring it up already and the fish are going to kill us, so I'm coming down. Okay, Danny, down 5. Quick 5.
Coming down 5.
How does the sonar bell contribute to the bucket? How are
Down
they
5
related,
meters.
or are they?
Okay, down another 5.
They are related. That's a question that I don't really know the answer to. I think my guess is that it gets used as a calibration target.
Oh, okay.
For the sonar, like it can see the sonar bell clearly, and that gives it a known value
845.
that gets used for calibrating. Lots of fish.
Down another 5.
And remarkably unbothered by our presence.
No, man. These fish are chill.
$850.
Roger.
How long was the original bucket down?
We deployed this last year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, once you're stable.
Okay,
Bring
Dana,
out
I have a
Atlantis heading
position
to
for
the
you.
left a little bit
Thanks, Lynette. I got it.
Okay, excellent.
so I can see the tether.
Oh, there goes a fish with a snack.
How's that?
Left more. Come up real easy, real slow, 5 meters.
Coming up 5 meters. I'll stop 845.
Right.
So front row, whenever you're ready.
Stand by.
Got it.
Hi. I'm trying to get the thing set so we have just a little forward thrust, but not
Okay.
enough to plow us into the bucket.
We're going to be able to unplug that without holding on to it?
I don't know, not there yet.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm ready, AJ.
All right, so with the Orion, we'll just place the new chicken bucket out in front of us, directly to the left of the old one.
All right.
If we can, using the wrist spin, we can line the connect. Well, I think we actually have to line the north up with the north marker.
Yeah.
And you can see where the north marker is on the old one.
Yep, yep.
And then we'll unplug it from the old one and plug it into the new one. I guess we can remove the dust cap first. I think Danny's right. I don't think we're going to be able to do it one-armed. I think we'll just pull the chicken bucket with us.
Yeah, no, we have to grab it.
So we might have to scooch.
I think I can get there from here.
All right.
It's going to create a little dust when I pick it up because that front leg's in the mud.
I think the north marker on the new chicken bucket is right there. Oh, that's nicer.
You want to light up the craft and
Yeah, that's
get
where
it
it
ready,
is.
but have your finger on the draw stop button.
Okay, AJ.
I don't know if it's
Yeah,
got telemetry
perfect. Smallest little N.
Do we think we'll move it again from this position, or will this be the
Okay.
No, I think this will be the final position.
Okay.
Unless Martin Sherbath says we're too close to the sonar bell or something.
Okay.
I like that you've chosen orange as opposed to yellow because the color of the year 2024 is peach fuzz, which is also orange. So we're very on trend.
Wow.
Who decides that?
Pantone.
Well, they own all the colors, don't they?
Yep, Pantone, not Panatone. There you go, Pantone.
So you're saying the marker, the tape that's on there has
Yes.
to go
North.
north. Of course it does. That's got to go north, which is going to put the connector
On the other side.
on the other side.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. It's not on the same side as the old one.
Of course not.
Well,
That's all right.
we were doomed from the start.
What's that?
We were doomed from the start.
I should have put the bucket on with that facing north so we could just simply land the vehicle facing north. But this is going to work out because I'm going to backhand it and then it'll be north. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do it. All right.
Will the bucket pick up all these fish?
I imagine to some degree.
Okay.
I don't know quite the resolution, but you'd think they would at least create kind of some noise in the signal. Maybe Martin, if he's listening, can chat us the answer to that.
Yeah, I wonder if these fish have swim bladders, because that might be detected as a bubble. But that's purely musing on my part.
We can definitely pick up that kind of thing in multi-beam sonar when we're mapping from the ship.
Yeah.
Really? How, to what degree? Like, how big does the fish have to be?
I mean, it depends on the sonar. When you're doing shallow water mapping and you have high frequency sonars, sort of better resolution, and you can see that thing that type of thing a little bit better. But
Cool.
yeah.
An alternative strategy, Dan, would be to place the bucket down with the connector facing us, do the connector swap, and then rotate the bucket.
Yeah, I like that strategy better.
Yeah, that's what we did last year. And we hovered above the thing with the arm and spun it.
Because it's also a little less, once you do the connector, it's not quite so critical for good biz as well. Kind of make a bit of a mess on our way out of here.
My first challenge is to get it off the porch without taking the CTD or cinch straps or my camera out. That's going to take a few minutes here.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.
And good morning to anybody who's just joining us. We are looking at a pair of bubble sonar, or as we like to call them, chicken buckets. Orange is about to be deployed, and yellow is about to be returned.
It's a little hot.
We're just letting the dust settle.
Dan, if you wish to rotate, would you pick up that back leg?
Yeah, right into the camera.
AJ, that looks like a little screen on top of the new one. What is that?
I think that's the, no, that can be the beam head. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
It's just a black casing.
Cell phone of the engineer, wondering where it is.
Hmm?
Engineer's cell phone, wondering where he put that thing.
Yeah.
Every time a fish goes by, I have a terrible urge to make an airplane noise. Meow. That wouldn't get old fast, I don't think.
I was going to say,
Whew.
there's a lot of fish here.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm good. I think I got out of my system just then.
Please resist the urge.
Yep.
Looks like a nice sunset or sunrise out there.
I told Patrick it would be, so I'm glad I wasn't a liar. We've got some nice weather on the horizon.
Dan, if you want, I could grab it with the craft and
Finally.
you can let go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was going to say,
it's about time.
can't help but think we earned it.
Yeah.
It's the best birthday present.
Yeah, nice. I didn't see a single chair tumble this cruise so far, so it's been pretty good.
Oh, fair. We did have the fridge open and cascade all the milks out.
Oh,
Yeah, they were all sealed, but it was like a little bit of a stampede.
I mean that one day the chairs were moving quite a bit, and
Yeah, they were rocking.
just like sliding across
maybe
the
I
floor.
was asleep at that
Yeah.
point.
Steph, there's a tradition or saying in our family that if the weather's good on your birthday, it's because you were good all year. So it must have been good. Now I do feel that those who were born in the winter have a distinct disadvantage, but that's not a me problem, that's a them problem. Mind you, sometimes winter weather can be pretty nice too, in its own way.
Yeah, I feel like we had some nicer days over the winter in Victoria than we had in the spring so far. Maybe now it's nicer there, but
The three of us all have June birthdays, so there's nothing to worry about.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, fishy fishy. And I hear there's a few more on the ship too.
Ouch. More birthdays? The poor cook is not going to want to make more cake. I wonder if they count the birthdays when buying the cake ingredients for the cruise.
Do they know ahead of time?
Well, they must, because you gotta give them all your deets.
Yeah, you send them your scan.
Why does your chicken bucket fall over?
That's a good question. I think maybe because its one leg is on the other chicken bucket leg.
I wonder what's stuck on the other chicken bucket. What is that?
Where are you looking?
The slimy stuff. I'm looking in the...
Oh, I know why. Because that spongies.
It's trying to pull the bridle down.
Oh, yeah. That's convenient. So you can use can't use the bridle because the bungie's there?
You can carry it from the bridle, but maybe not position it with the bridle. The idea is that we want the bridle clear so it doesn't interfere with the sonar.
Yeah, but if I try and pick it up from the bridle, which I'm doing now, the bungie's tipping it over.
It should sit straight if you're just carrying it from the knot at the top. Like, at least in air. I mean, maybe in water, the chicken bucket's not heavy enough.
Sweet. As you can see, I have the knot. Do I have the knot or do I have the
I think you have the bungee. Can you get can you get a leg with the craft?
I have the knot and the bungee. Okay, now I only have the knot.
Yeah, I don't think that got you very far though. I think you're gonna have to either go for a leg with the craft, or get it under, like lower down on the knot so that the rope's shorter than the bungee. But if you try to grab right there with the craft, then it'll allow us to put the connector on our side when you place it.
Roger.
That works as well. I mean, that's down, eh?
Yeah, it was just tilty. I was going to try and pick it up with the Orion here, but I cannot because of the...
Yeah, the bungee's too tight.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let go a bit here.
Lynette, can I get a position for the new sonar as well?
Sure.
Please? Thank you.
I'm going to guess it's the same as the position for the old sonar.
It's going to be pretty much exactly the
Yeah,
same.
I don't
we
know if
have
it's
not
going to
moved.
be any different, but
I don't
just
think the
for-
ROV has moved.
for our records. I can't not get one.
It's true. I don't know what would happen to you as a data steward. You just catch fire or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Got to capture all that metadata. It's a few digits off, I think.
I think that's USBL error. Lynette, I've got a question for you. When you provide lat long coordinates, you read it to how many decimal places?
I mean, I've been reading it to what HYPACK displays here, which is more than is necessary.
I'm curious
1, 2,
what...
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I wonder how big 8 digits gets you. Like, what's the resolution of latitude to the 8th digit?
Yeah, it's way more precise than we can really, you know, be confident that it is true, you know?
Yeah.
Do we need a heading for this device as well?
We will, but we're going to change its heading.
Okay.
So we'll take one once we get the north marker set. We'll get like a good look facing north before we leave.
Is there an opportunity to white balance?
We're going to not white balance.
Okay, copy.
We can white balance before we do the CTD, like when we're back in the water column.
Yeah, I don't think we're recording any video here. We're
Okay.
right now, we don't have A, visibility, and B, we have 2 chicken buckets in our face.
Yep.
Anybody who's just joining us this morning, good morning.
We're going to try and pick it up and rotate it so we can make the connection, I think, before we mess with the other one.
Sounds good. I think the legs would be the safest spot to grab, and maybe not that leg on the left that has the cable in it.
I grab below the cable.
Yep.
I actually want to grab the bridle and pick it up.
You can do that as well.
I think we'll be safer that way. I won't tip it over. But I'll have to come back for the leg, so.
For anybody joining us, we are working on replacing 2 bubble sonar. 1 orange, 1 yellow. Yellow's coming home. Orange is being redeployed. AJ, can you see that slimy stuff on the
Yeah, I
yellow?
don't know I don't know what that is.
No, I don't either.
Ocean slime.
I wonder if it'll make it to the surface. We can poke at it.
I got on the crane mode.
Martin's online now.
Good morning, Martin.
He's answering some of the questions that were in the audio before.
Oh yeah. Monica, you want to pull up the ONC chat and you'll get all sorts of answers from Martin.
Yeah.
You see where that yellow tape is, Danny? Grab a hold of that. I can't hear you. Yeah, you don't have telemetry or... Oi, oi, oi. So that's craft losing telemetry on power up. So you gotta have your finger on that button when you do that. Before you hit that blue valve, one of us has to have our finger on the button. And you're muted right now, I can't hear you.
That's the problem.
Roger. So what we don't want to do is knock either one of these over or the jewelry on our porch off or, you know, bash our eye out.
Okay.
Gotta have your finger on the button.
Okay, can you turn me on again?
As soon as I pull my underwear out of my butt.
Thanks, Dan, for that image.
Nothing's off limits on the in the control van.
No, that's
Well,
not. I took some training that said otherwise.
Yeah, I think some things are off limits. Easy llama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, easy llama.
Yeah, time for a charter.
Uh,
On a much more professional note, Martin did say that previous bubble sonars hadn't picked up fish, but they're thinking that they will, based
don't do
on
that again.
what Lynette is saying.
I don't know what you did. Don't do it again.
Yeah, I hit craft valve on and it ran.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a lot more fish here, so
You have
soon the
telemetry?
data will tell.
Valid comms.
Valid comms?
Yep.
Cycle the blue button once.
No solenoid coil supply.
Okay. Now what does it say?
Valid comms, hydraulic off. Okay, blue button coming on.
Roger.
I'm all right. Steph, you want chocolate?
No,
Stuff's
thanks.
flooding away again. Boot button. Okay, we're good.
Swing right. Okay, nice and slow. That was both those movements were
Yeah.
faster than I want to see the rest of this dive. Slowly reach out and grab that yellow leg. We're going to have to coordinate here, so I'm going to pick up a little bit, which means I got to take my finger off the button. Why don't you, I'm going to change to your hotel page here. So if that happens again, you can hit that button right there.
Yep.
Because it could happen anytime.
Okay, I'm solid.
Okay, I'm going to roll the, I think I'll pitch out a little. What am I going to do? I'm going to zoom out. I got to look up at the arm real quick, see where it is. Can't quite work it out.
Hey, Lynette.
Yeah, it's about as high as I
Yep.
can go.
Just
You're gonna
forgot to
slide
get those
the
coordinates
rope
read.
up
I
into
got a little pitch up.
For the
Pitch out.
new,
Yeah, or for the old one. I think they're both pretty similar, so.
for the
Are,
old one.
Steph, are you not allowed to read them?
I mean, I can read them.
Lynette has to read them.
I just, like, Lynette does it
Has
so
to be
well.
in Lynette's
It seems
voice.
more like professional.
All right. I have the old chicken bucket location. 48.311.46729 north. 126.065.72171 west. Depth 870 meters.
Thanks, Lynette.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I could have done that myself.
No worries. You'll get the next one.
All right.
So now that that slime has moved, AJ. Oh, go ahead.
Danny and I have to communicate here.
Oh.
And we're going to try and coordinate manipulator movements while we're pretty tight in here with a lot of jewelry around us. So if you could not run over us, that would be great. Just how we get, yeah, we're kind of tight up. We're in a tight spot, as George Clooney likes to say. Okay, I'm going to counterclockwise a little, and you're going to come up and come left across the front of the vehicle.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick it up just a little bit, I think. Okay, stop, stop, stop.
I can rotate my wrist.
Stop.
I'm stopped.
Let me think. We don't want to tip it over. Let me set it back down here. I don't like it. You cannot rotate your wrist. The craft does not have that much power. And rotating the wrist with 3 meters of bucket could have horrible consequences.
Okay.
Like, you know, bash it around into the, or break something. Why don't you set it down? Are we clear with that leg there in the front?
It's on the porch.
The sediment's so soft here, it looks like there's no feet on our...
Yeah, okay, let go of it.
Huh?
Let go. Okay, hold that, hold that.
Oh.
You're good.
Or are there
Just
no
hold,
feet?
hold what you got.
What happened to the feet?
Do we lose the feet?
I don't know.
Do I get a good hold of it? I'm gonna look back up again. Can't get out of there, right? See if you can push that leg around gently to the left. You have to kind of pick it up a little, and should it barely be hanging on the Orion. Do not twist your wrist, you saw what happened there.
I think the feet are just covered in sediment such that they look invisible.
Oh, okay.
It just becomes a cloud.
Okay, hold that, Danny.
Hold.
Yeah, I'll stop. Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can bring that back around with the... Nope. I know I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to try and loosen my jaw a little. That's you holding it at that jaunty angle.
Yeah.
The rope is kind of loose. So if you pick up and pick it up and set it on all three legs.
I need to rotate my wrist.
I don't think so. Pitching you up. You can try. Yeah, let go of it there.
Let go.
Let go.
Dan, you want to let go with your line and just grab
No, it'll fall over if I do.
I was thinking I could grab the harness.
You can't.
Is this the final resting place for the sonar?
Oh, that bungee is killing me.
We're still going to rotate it
Okay,
because right now the north marker is pointing south.
right.
Can you get to
So yeah, we need another
the
position then for
rope
it
with
when it's
the
final.
red stripe on it? I don't know if you can reach.
I mean, the ROV's not going to move likely.
You want to stay out of the middle of the bucket where the sonar is, over to the edge. You got a good hold on it?
Good enough.
No, let go and get a little better hold, but outside the bucket. Yeah, that's better. Now take a half turn counterclock on your wrist. Your jaw's locked?
Jaws unlocked.
Roger. I'm gonna pitch out a bit, pick my side up. You pick your side up and hopefully rotate towards the vehicle. Okay, hold that. The leg is on the porch.
And it's missing the foot.
I'm gonna pick my side up a bit more. Okay, if we both put our sides down at the same time, in theory, that's where we want it. You put your side down a little bit first.
Okay, come on down.
Yeah, I did a click down, you do a click down. I know you don't have clicks, but
I'm down.
I'm down. I think you can let go of it now. Why don't you grab a leg somewhere. Careful of the other bucket. You're touching the other bucket. Come back to the left. There. Stand by, Danny. I'll stop. Grab the yellow leg again. Right under the white bit. that. You're frozen? Because I'm going to let go.
I'm frozen.
I don't know if I can get out of it.
You seem to have some ocean goo stuck on you.
I've done a little searching, and I think that's probably the larvacean's house. It's a little swimming tunicate, makes a goo house.
Gross.
Well, kind of cool, actually.
I forget, is there a cable on the Silver Lake?
No.
So the Orion can victimize the Silver Lake?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, fish, ruining our viz. Can't you see we're trying to work? Okay, you can let go, Danny, and pull the disc cap.
Is that our foot next to the other one, you think?
No, I think the old feet were different. They're like a U channel. So I think that's actually part of the foot of the chick bucket on the right.
Okay, super slow movements towards the high definition camera. And I'm going to, actually, why don't you tuck in and come around? We'll put this in the starboard box.
Can I get bubble?
find the button. What's that song? Finger on the button.
That's a Chemical Brothers song.
Where is the
Push
button?
the button.
Push the button. I can't find the button. There's too many.
Galvanized by the Chemical Brothers.
If John Zann's watching, he's like, I told you so. There was going to be too many buttons. The pilots would be confused.
Okay, fire box.
Ready?
Yeah.
Starboard box. Pumps away. Okay, come back around to your yellow leg and grab that puppy again.
Yep, just a second.
Do we not want to go after the connector?
Well, I think if we try and pull that connector off without grabbing a hold of it, that chicken bucket will
Yeah, I agree.
be in the mud.
But we can't move the Orion without grabbing the orange first. Is that why?
I could try and let go of it and tip the new one over. Sure, I'm down with that. Should be firmly in the mud, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty wide legs.
See what happens when I open the jaw. Oh yeah.
Yep. Here comes the
This is where I knock over the new chicken bucket. That was a fake sound effect. That was contact.
this is where long arm Orion will come in very handy.
Especially with them snaggletooth jaws.
Good morning to anybody just joining us. We're just switching out some bubble sonars, some chicken buckets. And there's a great question, how do the robots know not to crush when they're gripping? And they don't, but our pilots do.
There is a grip force
Yeah.
setting, isn't there, Dan?
Yeah. The starboard manipulator has a grip force setting, which we typically do in this set at maximum. And the Orion can exert about 1,200 pounds of jaw closure force. ONC has cleverly designed everything to be, most everything that we intervene with the manipulators is engineered to take the...
Intervene, that's our vocabulary word for today.
For example, those are fiberglass legs wrapped in tape and Delrin handles and hockey pucks. They can take it.
Don't do it. Good. Good fish.
We're more likely to damage stuff from doing what I'm about to do here, is hitting the instrument inadvertently in a place that we don't want to. There's lots of places on the instrument that are delicate. And our biggest challenge is not to damage the instrument by, oops, I just smacked a very delicate $1,000 connector with my manipulator. That's why I'm being painfully slow here and just doing little tiny movements at a time. It's also, if you think you know where you are, you really don't.
I've got 3 images to look at and create a model and understand where it is.
Yeah, so a lot of the time when you see us pause, we're looking around at the other images and trying to process in our reptile brains up here where the manipulator actually is. A lot of times you'll see me reach out and touch something with the jaws. A good exercise to do at home is hold both your fingers out like this, and close one eye and try and touch your bottom finger with your top finger, and then move that into a different place and try and do that again. If you can make your 2 fingers touch every time, you could be a good manipulator operator. I cannot, I always miss.
I'm pretty good at judging our distance. But, you know, years of practice.
For example, if I close my jaws right now, do you think I'll grab that leg?
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to drag it slightly towards us. Nope, there it is.
Bonus.
Okay,
I think I've got it.
let me grab the plug.
Yeah, let's do a disconnection. You can see that the angle that the connector's at, it looks like the other one's going to be the same. So
Roger. What you're probably going to have to do, Danny, is get a really nice grip on it and unconnect it, and then pull it out to the right to get some slack in the cable, because it doesn't look like you have enough slack to make the connection.
I don't have enough throw, we're too close. I have to grab a side of it.
Nope. I want to grab the front of it.
I'm all the way shouldered in.
Yeah, I see that. Let me